Welcome, everyone, to the Side Draft Podcast. I'm Adam, here with Steve. We're here to review the Xfinity Series race at Iowa Speedway. And man, was this a good race.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, they go three wide, and they want to pass, another pass. I mean, it's just a lot of good racing out there. It's all through the field, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really good. We had Austin Cindric to start out the day, wins the pole. His first ever pole, something we saw in the Truck Series too. Really good for these guys getting their first pole in their series.
Yeah, because Penske's always pretty strong, and it's good to see Cindric getting up top up there and just doing a good job.
Yeah, I think he's really starting to understand the Xfinity cars. I think he's going to be a lot more competitive throughout the next few weeks.
Yeah, he's always pretty strong in the cup. I mean, not the cup, but the trucks. He's always strong in the trucks, and once he understands these Xfinity cars, he'll start improving.
Yeah, one interesting thing we did see was Christopher Bell, Ryan Reed. They did not get through tech correctly and had to start in the back. So some issues early on for those teams.
Yep. It's good, interesting seeing them come to the field, seeing their strategies work out.
Then Justin Allgaier, I just want to point out he qualified 11th position. He would be one of the strongest cars all day after that. Then on around lap 3, we had the number 0 of Garrett Smithley, who had a tire to go down and bring out the first caution of the day.
Yep. Then shortly after that, Christopher Bell, he would drive all the way up to 12th by lap 15. That's a good job for that team. It's good to see him come in and out through the field there.
Yeah, he said before the race that he really enjoyed passing a lot of cars, and that he did.
Yep. Yeah, Cindric, he led a lot of laps too. Just he really took over the first part of the stage here.
Yeah, we thought he would be dominating the entire race. But before the stage would end, we would see Justin Allgaier, as I pointed out before, would be one of the best cars out there and hunt Cindric down, take the lead. Justin Allgaier would win the first stage.
And by the end of that stage 1, Christopher Bell would race his way all the way up to 6th. He had a really strong car.
Yeah. One interesting thing to point out was it was really tough to pass at this racetrack.
Yeah, it's like one would get the position and then the other one behind do the slide job and get around them, but then they just keep back. It seems like they just took several laps just to battling back and forth. One get the position, the other one passing, and the other one get the position, and it just
create some really interesting and exciting racing, and that it did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So one interesting thing would be Justin Allgaier versus Christopher Bell. That would arise. Daniel Hemrick as well would try to battle Allgaier for the stage 2 win.
Daniel Hemrick, he'd try to get battle Justin Allgaier for the lead. He almost had it, but Justin Allgaier, he just wouldn't give it up, and he just kept on digging and took the position.
Yep.
Then shortly after that, Daniel Hemrick would get a lot of trash on his grill, and so they was kind of debating what should we do now? Should we come in and the temperature's up to 300 degrees? Should we drop it back position and get behind Custer and try to get it off? But shortly after that, the car,
Garrett Smithley.
Yes, Garrett Smithley. Yes, he would duck in behind him, right close to him, and got the trash off, and he continued on.
Thing to point out: Tyler Reddick got a little sideways, but was able to save it. But he loses a few spots.
Yeah, he was a little loose, but he didn't hit the wall or nothing. Just slowed his momentum down some and lost a few positions.
Yep, and Allgaier would go on to win stage 2. So pretty much the story of the day. Justin Allgaier was on rails out there.
Then after the stage, green flag comes back out, and Daniel Hemrick and Christopher Bell, they start fighting for the second position.
Yeah, they would do that for over 70 laps, wouldn't it
be? Yeah.
So Bell couldn't get around Allgaier. I think Bell was just a little bit better than Allgaier, but Allgaier held his line, did exactly what he needed to do, managed to stay out there. But lap traffic would have some say to Allgaier's lead. Chastain and Joey Gase was around the race leaders, and Christopher Bell almost gets around him. And then there would be a caution out for the 40 of Chad Fincham. He would go in the wall, and that would be the caution right before Bell could pass him. Caution goes out. Justin Allgaier would still be the leader.
Then green flag waves. Then we get a 3-wide battle for several laps with Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and Austin Cindric. He's fighting his way back up there.
And Justin Allgaier was able to keep it. And Christopher Bell, we noticed that he scrapes the wall just a little bit, not really anything.
Just not to paint off.
Yeah, he's trying to make it interesting for a race to win diecast from Lionel Racing. That's all he's trying to do.
Oh yeah. Then so Bell tried to get around Custer, and they battled for a little bit, but Bell regained second position.
And Bell would be on a mission to try to hunt down Justin Allgaier. Not really able to catch him.
He was gaining a few tenths every lap, but then the caution comes out for the 55 car.
Yeah, Brandon Hightower. Yes. And that would be the last caution of the day. We would have a 12-lap shootout. No one would go down pit road because there's no more tires left. Nothing really anyone can do. Pitting wouldn't really do you any good. So basically, where you are is where you are. Deal with it. Try to get through the cars. See if you can win the race.
Yeah, it was good to see Brandon Jones. He was getting second position. He was actually trying to go for the lead after that.
Yeah, but wouldn't be able to hold off Christopher Bell. Bell would be able to take second away again. Like 10 to 5 laps to go. He was there catching Allgaier. But around 2 to go, he would be solus, scrapes the wall a little bit, and basically gives the win to Justin Allgaier.
Yeah. I don't think Allgaier was going to give up any.
No. I think the only way that Christopher Bell could have really won this race from Allgaier would be to just put him in a wall, push him up the track, something like that. But for Justin Allgaier, he would be able to reclaim another victory after his encumbered, disqualified win, whatever the terminology is for it, in 2018. So congratulations to Justin Allgaier, Junior Motorsports, and Chevrolet for their win.
Yeah, it's good to see that team get back in victory lane.
So now Allgaier is now officially in the playoffs for the Xfinity Series.
All right, and a few other mentions we want to say is for the number 18, Riley Herbst, his first time in the Xfinity race, and he finished 6th.
Wow. Also making his Xfinity Series debut would be the number 23, Justin Haley, for GMS. He actually finished 12th, so solid day for him.
Yes, and the number 60 of Ty Majeski, he got in the top 10, went in the pits one time, got a penalty, went to the back, raced his way all the way back up to 7th. So it's a good job for that team.
Yeah, Roush Fenway car, they're making some good gains for Ty Majeski, Austin Cindric, and Chase Briscoe.
And the number 71 of Kaz Gralla, he would get him a top 10. That's a good job by that team.
Yeah. And that is our recap. But we do have a few things to discuss about the Xfinity Series. Number one thing I saw on Twitter this weekend is, should the Cup Series go to Iowa?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them at Iowa. Because that was some good battle this weekend with the trucks and the Xfinity. It'd be kind of cool to see the Cup cars go there.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure how they would be able to do that. I'm not sure if the track is like big enough, or if they would have enough expenses to to actually afford the Cup Series to go there, but I would like to see them try it. And not sure if it would be the same exact product as we saw this weekend, but it'd be something near it maybe. Would be very interesting to see.
Yeah, that's a nice racetrack. I mean, there's a lot of different grooves they can race, and it's really good race.
Yeah, and also, these Xfinity races, they seem to get more fans to watch when there isn't any Cup Series drivers in the field. And is there a way that we would be able to fix the viewership of the Xfinity Series with the Cup guys still driving?
Maybe if we get like the some of the Cup drivers, maybe go help out some of the lower teams and see what they do in them cars.
GMS has had Cup drivers the past few weeks, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, going in there to help them out, and I think they've been able to run a lot better.
Yes, I mean a lot of lower teams they're doing good, to survive and getting races and keep and move on. But it'd be good to see the Cup drivers get back to the lower teams and trying to help build their team up and see what they can improve on.
Yeah, would be interesting to see if if Kyle Busch would come down to a team that would run around 20th all day, see where he could finish in it, and give like the engineers and crew members some ideas of where they should go after just one or two races. See what he does and see if he can help them out.
See how good he really is.
Yeah, go down to the Xfinity Series and like a Penske car or a Gibbs car, you're going to win because they know how to fix up a Cup car. Of course, they're going to know how to make an awesome Xfinity car and just take it away with these guys. It would be great to see if they could still win in lower equipment.
It'd be a lot of interesting to see, what they could do in one of them cars.
Yeah. But anyways, the Xfinity Series will be going to Chicagoland. They have next week off. So who do you think is going to be pretty good at Chicagoland?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Daniel Hemrick. I mean, he's showing a lot of speed, and I mean, he's right there. I mean, finished second in a couple races, and he got a top 5 this weekend. Try to lead some laps. I mean, went for the lead, and I'm going to go for Daniel.
Yeah. And as for me, I'm going to go with the 00 of Cole Custer. Still currently winless in 2018, but it is a mile and a half, just like Homestead was, the race that he dominated last year. I think he's been making some good gains, and I think he'll actually dominate Chicagoland.
Yeah, that'd be a good track for him.
But I don't know how many Cup drivers are in the field, so there is no current list right now for us to look at. So probably one of them will show the Xfinity guys how it is, but if not them, it will be either the 21 or the 00. That's what we predict.
All right, we'll see you then.
We'll see you then in Chicago.